There's a new update to the classic Nexus plugin. We now have Nexus 5. In this video, I'm going through showing you some of the new features, and I'm just going to let you guys know if I think it's worth you guys upgrading for the price. I've had Nexus since Nexus 2. I think I bought it in 2012, 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. The first VST I ever bought. And here we are in 2024, about to go into 2025, and we have Nexus 5. So I'm going to go through, show you guys what's different, and also just share my thoughts as to whether you should upgrade or keep what you have. So as you see on the screen, I'm on Refx, or I hear some people say refx.com, and this is where you can get Nexus from. And as you see, open architecture, design your own presets from scratch, load your own samples, create your own routings, build your own expansions. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. New factory content with over 1,000 presets, which is great. And then they had a retro skin. Every time I see that, it takes me back to when I first bought Nexus and when I wanted it way back in the day. And every time I see that, it just takes me back to it. Introducing Ultimate Super Synth. So basically Nexus is now like a synthesizer. I know before people were complaining like, oh, it's just a rompler, but now you can actually go through and make sounds, tweak all the sounds that come with it, and do what you want with it. Compatible with everything Nexus, fast and easy on resources. It is very fast. And yeah, right here's your prices. You get $199 for the starter, $399 for the value of 10 or value 10, and then $2,000 for complete. Me personally, I wouldn't pay $2,000 for Nexus. I mean, for sounds, it's really not too many things I would pay $2,000 for, honestly, unless it's something like your complete, things of that nature, because you get a lot of different things in it. With this is just literally one plugin with a bunch of expansions, which, I mean, it could fit. You can go through here and listen to it, but for me, I would recommend people starting with the starter if you're new to Nexus. And if you want any of these, well, all of these last 10 expansions, then it makes sense to do this. But if you just want to get started and pick a few expansions, get this. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and open up Machine. And as you see, we have Nexus 5 already loaded up. Now the main difference here is the new interface. You have where you can edit your sounds over here whenever you load up the presets. You have your categories, well, not categories, your expansions over here. It also tells you how many sounds are inside of each expansion. It's useful. It's a good way to have it over here with the icons and everything is cool. Right here is your factory presets. And then if you don't want to have any of these categories here or expansions or folders, you just hit all presets and you can go through them like that. So right now I'm currently on the new factory presets. I will go through some of them in this video. I'm not going to go through all of them, just going to go through a few. And again, I want to say that this is not a sponsored video. I have no affiliate link or anything like that. So this is my honest thoughts. Bought this with my own money a few weeks ago. Been playing with it ever since and been having fun with it. It's been out for a couple weeks. Now, one thing that I like that they added to this update is if you go to System, you can go right here to single click preset. So you do not hear any of the previews for a sound that you're looking for, that you're going through. And to me, it just makes sense because, for example, right now, I'm gonna go back to library. I have this loaded up. Now, if I want to go to the next sound, I don't want to hear the preview necessarily. It's cool, but I can go like that. And it's pretty much instant. So to me, that's worth it. I don't need to hear the preview and then click again to make the decision of if I want to use it. I'd rather just go through and listen to it that way. At least that's what works for me. So moving forward, I'm gonna load up a sound and then just show you how you can tweak some of the layers. You could have done this before in the previous Nexus, but they made it a lot easier for you to see it. You have this layer button right here. When you load up a sound, the layers will be there. And then also while you're in the library, you can go right here and see the layers. So for this, I'm gonna go to a sequence just because a sequence has a lot more layers. I'll use that one just for the sake of this video. I'm gonna go to layers. And as you see, this is all the layers of this sound. Let me mute the snare. And what you can do is, you know, turn the volume up, turn it down, pan it, and then if you want to edit the MIDI that it plays, click right here and you can change it. This looks similar, a lot similar to the FL keyboard. I thought that was very interesting that they did that. So you can go through that. I'm not going to go through and deal with all of that right now because I'm just giving you guys a basic rundown. Let me go back up to just find another sound real quick. Back to arpeggiator or arpeggio. I like this sound a lot. Now beyond that, you can modify your sounds right here. As you see, these are some effects. You can add effects right here. Let's just say I want to add a particle. So yeah, that's how you can do that. I like that that stuff is added because it makes me want to actually go through the effects that they have and edit them right there without adding external effects. Now, if you're interested in making your own sounds, what I would do is just go, let me set this back to the default sound. So it's just like this. You go to routing, and as you see, you have this here. I'm gonna click on it. That's what it sounds like now. Now, I am not big into sound design yet. This does make me actually want to try it some more. So bear with me while I mess around with this just to show you the possibilities. But I'm going to do that. You see right there, I don't really even know what I'm doing, right? Anyway, I'm going to go here, add another layer. Change this from a saw to a pulse. Make another layer. This time I'm gonna make white noise. What you can do, level it down. And you can keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Outside of that, you can also change some of the sounds. I'm just going to go back to the default real quick. Click here. Then I'm going to change this right here to the sampler. Now with the sampler is where you can go through and tweak any sounds that you may have or sounds that come with Nexus. You can go through the expansions and find stuff. So for me, I'm going to go to drill real quick and then find a piano. You can also search. Let me see if I can find a piano in here. I thought I could. Maybe, oh, here we go. Here's one right here. So I had this loaded up. It's so quiet. I don't know if you can hear it. So you can go through, tweak those sounds, make them yours. That's really a plus with this because, again, a lot of people complain that, oh, Nexus sounds the same or you can't do anything with it. It's not worth the money. But now here it is. You can do all of this with it yourself. I'm going to go back to reset this. And as you see right there, that's where you can save your preset. So it'll pop up later, by the way. So I just reset it. I'm going to go back here, go to sampler. And this is where you can put your own samples in. I'm going to find a random sound in Nexus, not Nexus, in my machine. Let me see. Guitar. Okay, I'm just going to drag that over here. Gives you these options. I'm going to normalize it just because. Let me go ahead and go down a couple octaves. But you can go through and add your different effects and things, and then if you want to add sounds to it, you could do that. But again, I'm not the sound design person yet, but it's good to have that available to you. Now, as I mentioned before, Nexus has the classic look, which always takes me back. I made Dej Loaf's Try Me using some sounds on here and a bunch of other sounds on her first project that I was a part of, which was Sell Soul. A lot of those sounds came from Nexus when Nexus looked just like this. And beyond then, a lot of other beats that I've done used a lot of Nexus sounds. So this always just takes me back to those moments, and I always love seeing this because this right here is what made me want to get into VSTs. Hearing Nexus and the music Lex Luger and all of them were making with it, it made me want to make beats using Nexus. So I always love seeing that. Can't really say too much more about this because that's pretty much all I can say about it. For real, it's just, it gets me right back in that space. So before I go through some of these new presets, again, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I just wanted to say, like, I am impressed with this update. I'm not sure how much I paid for it. I think it was like $70 or something like that. It wasn't too bad. And for what they're offering, to me, 1,000 new sounds, that's a plus. And then just having the ability to edit the sounds and then tweak them how you want. And if you are into creating your own sounds, that changes the game right there. I may dive deeper into sound design in the future using this, and I think it would be cool. Like, you got to decide if it's worth it for you. I can't speak for your pockets. I know when I say something's good, there's going to be somebody out there that says it's bad. If I say something's bad, it's going to be somebody that says it's good. So it's really up to you and see how this fits in your workflow. If you like all the previous versions of Nexus, great. If you're going from Nexus 2 to this, I would, just because that's a big step up and then you still get the classic look. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of these presets. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if this is worth it. And again, it's up to you. I'm about to dive through some of these presets. Just gonna probably mess around, see what I can, not even make a beat, but just play some of this stuff real quick. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I think the new presets are sounding good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you want to see a video of all the presets, I'll think about it, but let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you guys tuning in out there. Appreciate all the support. Hopefully you all have a wonderful day. Take care.